We're in South Africa, where host Jim Burnworth is on the trail of a potential world record blessbuck with Isak Kirsten of Wow Africa. Before we get back on the hunt, we join Jim and Ray as they have a chance to tour one of the largest taxidermy studios in the world.
You know, Africa is a big place, and you realize that in a lot of places you're out in the middle of the brush country where the taxidermist might be extremely small, that the outfitter you're working with might be taking this stuff. We make sure that all of our stuff comes to Highfelt to make sure that it's being packed, dipped, and crated correctly before it comes over to the United States. Those hides are valuable. We spent lots of money on them. We want to be sure that they show up at home in the best possible condition.
Now, I have been waiting a very long time to take a picture of myself behind one of these, a Cape Buffalo. Now, this isn't mine, but we're standing here with Thomas at Highfelt Taxidermy, and Ray over there has got an over 50-incher, an absolute toad.
Guys, they do exist. Here's living proof right here. Cape Buffalo, over 50 inches.
Now, in this room, there are tons and tons of trophies. And just to tell you how many people trust Highfelt Taxidermy and how much money is generated by hunters here in Africa that sustains the population of these animals, we're standing here with all of the animals that are booked in here that have just been taken this year alone that are going to be taxidermy. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So we're going to go ahead and give you a tour of Highfelt Taxidermy, the largest taxidermy in the world, right here out of South Africa. I feel very privileged that I was part of the conservation story of the white rhino. And we're here at Highfelt Taxidermy, and before I leave to go home, I had to come by and see one of the replica mounts. Now, this is an exact replica of this rhino made out of fiberglass. And so ultimately, after you go and dart a rhino, all of that money goes for the conservation, the transplanting, and to make sure there's good habitat for the white rhino. And I feel privileged to have been part of that entire hunt. And so I am going to have one of these on my wall soon.
And we were walking through one of their huge buildings here, and I saw this lion mount. And I asked him if this was something special because I've never seen this form.
Well, this is a 100% custom mount that we did for the client according to the client's exact specifications. So from this position of the paw to the angle that this lion is looking down, to the whole pose of the body, to the fiberglass branch that we made, that's all the client's input.
You know, and this is one of the most beautiful lion mounts I've ever seen in my life. This looks so real, I mean, so lifelike.
It was quite exciting to be able to travel through the largest taxidermist in the world and see the amount of animals being taken every year.
I snuck off here in the back room of Highfelt Taxidermy, and everything here is registered and brought here that's going to be shoulder mounted over the course of the year. And when I look at this room, I look at the amount of money that hunters are spending, guys like you, that are helping with the cause to conserve wildlife. And here in Africa, there's nothing more evident than when you stand here and you look at all these impalas and all of these blessbuck that hunters came over and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars that went directly to the conservation of wildlife. When an animal doesn't have value, it doesn't exist. It gets poached, it gets snared. You know, people are buying land and the mass gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but it's just awesome to see. Really awesome to see. These animals would not exist without hunters like us.